What's up, Legends of Los Santos, Rio Dash here, and this is the complete roadmap, level 1 to your first million and honestly well past it all in one video using exactly what works in Los Santos right now, July 2026. If you're brand new or you're dusting off a save from before the world changed on you, this is the only video you need. Let's build a criminal empire, properly this time. Stage 0, your first hour. Spawn in, and before anything else, check your daily freebies. There's a rotating stash house on your map once a day, a marked cash pickup you can search for and grab in minutes, a time trial that pays out for a clean run, and the lucky wheel down at the Diamond Casino, which can hand you chips, cash, or even a free car. Stack these every single day. It's free money sitting on the table. Grab a carbine rifle and a one-handed SMG from Ammunition. You'll want that second one for shooting out of car windows later. And claim a free 2-car garage through Dynasty 8 Online, sorted lowest price first. Steal something fast off the street for now and take it to Los Santos Customs for insurance. Don't fall in love with it, it's a placeholder. By the end of this guide you'll have vehicles that actually matter. If you're setting up completely fresh and don't own the base game, the Criminal Enterprise Starter Pack is still around as a cheap paid add-on. For about the price of a coffee, it hands you $1 million in cash plus a bunker and a garage full of vehicles. And link Twitch to your Rockstar Social Club account while you're at it. One-time bonus plus rotating weekly discounts completely free. Stage 1, your first real score, Cluckin Bell Farm Raid. This is still the best entry point into serious money for a low-level character, and it's a proper little heist in its own right. 5 setup missions, then a finale fully soloable in under an hour once you know the flow. You'll get pulled into it through a contact call early on, or you can start it yourself at the Vespucci police station marker. Work through the setups in order: slush fund, breaking and entering, concealed weapons, hit and run, and disorganized crime. Grabbing gear and a getaway vehicle as you go, and keep snacks topped up from Premium Deluxe Motorsport, they're free there. Stay stealthy through the warehouse infiltration in disorganized crime especially. Take out the witnesses, sabotage the trucks, wipe the CCTV, find the keycard. Miss any of those and your finale goes loud, which you don't want on a first run. The finale itself has historically paid out around $500,000, with a healthy first-time completion bonus on top. And with Title Update 1.73, this is now one of 11 activities on the new weekly completion bonus list, meaning your first clear each week pays out noticeably more than it used to. Bank this one early and bank it again every week it resets. Stage 2, unlock your first business for free. Once you're rolling in a bit of cash, you'll get pulled into the Freak Shop story missions through DAX, the first dose set. Run through all 6 and every completion nets you a bonus on top of the mission pay, capped off with a big payout on the final one. More importantly, finishing this line hands you a Brickade 6x6 completely free, a vehicle you'd otherwise have to buy outright, and the one you need for your first passive business, an acid lab. You will need to pay Moot in the Freak Shop to actually install the lab equipment, and that's a real dent in your bank account, but it's worth it long term. Once it's running, keep the supplies bar fed. Your daily stash house pickup will resupply it for free once you own it, which is exactly why grabbing this business early pays off. Assign your staff to product over research for now. You're in a money-making phase, not a toy unlocking one. After that, Dax will eventually call you again for the last dose missions. Same deal. First-time completion bonuses on each one, plus a free supercar waiting at the end. Free vehicle, free cash, no real downside. Knock these out while your acid lab ticks away in the background. Stage 3, the Kasatka, and a new way to think about Cayo Perico. Once you've got a couple million banked, head to the music locker at the back of the Diamond Casino and buy your Kasatka submarine from Warstock Cash and Carry. Do your first scope out properly. It only takes once, and it permanently unlocks your infiltration routes for every run after. Now here's the part that's genuinely different from any older guide you might have watched. Since the Kortz Center update landed, community testing has confirmed Cayo Perico's primary target payout took a quiet, unofficial cut. The pink diamond dropped from roughly 1.3 million down to around 910,000. Not in the patch notes. Rockstar didn't announce it. Players just noticed. So the old advice of just run Cayo forever doesn't hold up the same way anymore. Cayo is still the best solo-friendly, repeatable heist in the game and still absolutely worth owning the Kasatka for, but treat it as your reliable weekly top-up, not your entire strategy. Stage 4, build the weekly rotation, add the agency. Rockstar buffed 11 other activities with a brand new weekly completion bonus. The original heists, the Diamond Casino Heist, the Doomsday Heist, No Way Out, and more Cluckin Bell Farm Raid included. First clear each week pays boosted. Repeat that same job again in the same week and the reward drops hard. So here's your actual loop for 2026. Rotate your first weekly completions across these boosted activities and use Cayo Perico as your solo filler in between, rather than spamming any single job on repeat. Once you've got some real capital behind you, pick up the cheapest agency through Dynasty 8 Executive and run the Dr. Dre VIP contract line. It plays like Cluckin Bell, a handful of setups, then a finale, and pays a strong $1 million reward with first-time bonuses stacked on top. Slot it straight into your rotation alongside Cayo and your weekly boosted heists. Stage 5, get a nightclub running. Time to make money while you're logged off entirely. Buy a nightclub through Maze Bank foreclosures. Further north on the map generally means better access once you're moving product. Work through the setup missions for staff, equipment, and a resident DJ, then head to your nightclub computer. Here's the bit that trips people up. Your nightclub is actually two businesses stacked together. Upstairs, the club itself earns passive daily income as long as your popularity bar stays up. Book DJs, promote the club, or handle the odd troublemaker to keep it topped off. Downstairs, the warehouse lets you assign technicians to pull product from your other businesses, completely passively, even while you're offline. To get a product feeding in, you need to actually own that business. A bunker for sporting goods, an MC clubhouse business like a Coke lockup or meth lab for South American imports and pharmaceutical research, and a hangar or crate warehouse for cargo and shipments. Buy the cheapest version of each of these, run their setup missions, then head back to your nightclub and assign a technician to each. It's a slow build, but once it's running, it compounds in the background no matter what else you're doing in that session. Stage 6, the Oppressor Mark II, the smart way. Once your nightclub is up, you unlock the ability to buy a terabyte from Warstock. It's worth owning on its own for its client jobs, quick 3 to 5 minute robbery and data sweep missions for solid pocket change, but the real reason to grab it is the discount it unlocks on the Oppressor Mark II. Complete 5 client jobs through the terabyte, and you knock a serious chunk off the Mark II's price tag instead of paying full whack at Warstock. Get the Vehicle Workshop option when you buy the Terabyte 2, since it's the only place you can actually customize the bike afterward. Stage 7, the Kortz Center Heist, your endgame investment. And now the headline act. Live since July 14th, and genuinely the most lucrative single job added to the game in years. Community figures put a strong solo first clear somewhere in the low millions, built around the primary painting plus whatever secondary loot you can carry. Rockstar hasn't published an official number, so treat that as a ballpark. The catch for beginners is real though. To lead this heist yourself, you need a mansion with the art studio upgrade, and reports put that buy-in anywhere from around 4.7 million if you already own a mansion, up to roughly 15 million starting from nothing. Not a day one purchase. Work through every stage above first, build your rotation, bank your first few million, and only then invest in the mansion and art studio. Once you're set up, treat it exactly like your other heists now. A once-a-week priority job, since replays after your first weekly clear drop hard. Can't afford it yet? Join someone else's crew as support instead. You won't get the leader's cut, but you'll bank solid cash and learn the whole heist before spending $1 setting it up yourself. Recapping it all. So here's the full build, start to finish. Grab your daily freebies and starter bonuses. Run the Cluckin Bell Farm Raid for your first serious bank. Knock out the freak shop missions for a free acid lab and a free supercar. Get your Cossack going as a steady weekly top-up, not your whole strategy. Build a rotation across the newly boosted weekly heists and add the Dr. Dre agency contract into the mix. Get a nightclub earning passively in the background across 4 other businesses. Grab your Oppressor Mark II through the terabyte discount. And once you can afford it without pain, invest in the Kortz Center Heist as your weekly headline score. Follow that order and by the end you're not just rich, you're set up properly for whatever's still coming before GTA 6 lands. Now tell me, returning player jumping back in for this update or brand new to Los Santos entirely, drop it in the comments, I read every single one. Rio rolling out.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.